At CES, we're announcing our first minor release of Windows Home Server called Windows Home Server Power Pack 1.
Cool.
And so major release, a minor release, and then start working on the next major release of the product.
Nice. What's the Power Pack going to have?
The Power Pack is kind of, feature pack and service pack combined into one. And so we didn't want to just call it a service pack because there's some new features in it. Some of the new features are there'll be a x64 connector, so Windows Vista x64 editions will be able to take advantage of the home server backup features and other features.
Great.
There'll also be a backup feature for the home server itself, so you can actually back up your home server shared folders and the entire backup database to a hard drive, an external hard drive, that you can then remove from your home server and take offsite or take to work, and you can shuffle multiple hard drives in and out so you can have an offsite backup strategy.
That is awesome. And that hard drive that you back up to, does it back it up in some kind of file format that's proprietary, or can I just look at it as like an external hard drive on another computer?
The shared folders are backed up in just NTFS shared folders,
awesome.
So you can read them on any other computer. The backup database is stored as, basically a format that we can use to, figure out which computers were backed up and when. So you won't be able to use that on another server unless you replace the entire backup database. You can actually have multiple drives to be used for, backing up your home server. You can back up your shared folders to one drive. You can back up the backup database to another drive, or you decide how you want to use those drives. And you can add a drive either to the home server storage, or you can add it to basically allow for server data backup.
Oh, that's great. So you already had an update for Windows Home Server just recently.
We've had actually two updates. We use the regular monthly Windows update process to release either fixes to issues that we've discovered or our customers have discovered, or sometimes incremental features. We had an update in September that added some new features for how you define users and learn about users, and how to improve the remote access configuration. And in November we had another update where we gave a trusted SSL certificate to the homeserver.com domain for free to all the people that registered a home server domain.
That was nice, thanks.
So one of the first things you'll notice is there's a new screen for home server connector setup, and the home server actually becomes aware of when a connector upgrade is required. So after you install the Power Pack 1 to your server, you'll get a notice that the connector software on each PC in the house needs to be upgraded, and you can now upgrade that software, the connector software, directly from the home server itself without using the CD. And the way you do that is you go to HTTP, the name of your home server, and then the port number used, and that's 55,000. And once you do that, you get this screen, and from there you can download the connector. It downloads the latest connector software from the home server, and then it will install it on this computer. So it will ask me to run the connector install, and it's now downloading the connector install exe from the home server, and then after that it will allow me to configure it, and we'll let this run in the background, and I'll actually jump to the home server console for a minute and close this out. And here's the server storage now. You can see that there's a new category of hard drives called server backup hard drives. And with server backup hard drives, you can basically, when you add a new hard drive, you're given the option of whether you want to add it to the pool of storage hard drives or add it to be a server backup. And you can choose whether or not you want to format the drive or not. So if you keep bringing this drive in and out of your home server, you'll format it the first time probably.
Yeah.
But after that, you just want to leave the data on it. And since I've never used this drive before, I'll say format it, and then you can give it a friendly name. So I've actually used this in a demo before. That's why it knows the name Homeboy Alternate Backup Disk. And then I'll go ahead and format that.
Great.
And then I'll have two drives down there for backing up my home server. And so after it finishes backup, under Computers and Backup, you'll actually now see an option for your home server.
Wow.
So there's my home server. It's named Homeboy, and I can do a backup now. And when I do a backup now, here's all my shared folders and the home server backup database. And right now we're looking at a release candidate version of the Power Pack software, so some things may change a little bit. For example, this shared folder will probably get named. And then you select which disk you want these to go to. So you can actually write to two different disks at the same time if you have two backup disks. And then you can remember your settings, and you can click Backup Now. And then once you have a backup, you can view the backup. The disk, so this is a disk I actually did a backup yesterday, and from there I can choose to restore, and you can restore selected shared folders, And you have the choice to just restore only the files that are missing that are on your home server, or delete all the files and then restore everything and basically start over.
Nice.
So, so that's another cool feature. And then from the remote access website, there's some neat features. You can now get thumbnail views for your photos. So you can basically toggle a view when you're looking at your photos and see thumbnails of your photos.
Nice.
You can upload multiple files. Working with the Windows Live SkyDrive team, we basically use the same control where you can drag and drop files directly onto a landing pad, and all those files will get uploaded.
That's great.
Using Internet Explorer 6 or 7. And then there's also the ability to download. When you download multiple files, you can pick between a zip file or a self-extracting executable. Because some people didn't have unzip capabilities on computers they were downloading to, and now you can basically say, hey, give me a self-extracting executable, and just use that to get access to your files remotely.
Cool, cool. Anything else with the Power Pack?
Japanese, new language version being added, so that will ship in the first quarter of 2008. Power Pack will be available via Windows Update, just like our September and November updates, so existing customers will be able to download it as part of the regular Windows Update cycle. And we're not sure exactly which Windows Update that will be. As we iron out the last few details with the release candidate, we'll announce that date when we get closer to it. And
we're going to come see you when you're at CES and look at some of the hardware too.
Yeah, we have a lot of hardware and a lot of add-on capabilities. Sonos has some neat capabilities for integrating with us. Siva photo frame, along with all the boxes. This is my favorite little new toy for Christmas. Just off the shelf, small PC. It has an Intel Core 2 Duo and 1 gig of RAM, and it has 4 USB ports and a FireWire port.
Nice.
Just comes with a single hard drive, but I plugged in a USB hard drive that's powered over USB.
It's like a little laptop drive or something.
Yeah, just a little laptop drive, so it's 200 gigs.
That'll work. That's a good start.
Good start, and and then I have another drive plugged in for backup.
Yeah, like a Western Digital might look over there.
Yeah, I use that old beast for something.
That'll do it too. What, 500 gig?
Yeah, that's I'm up to 700 gig.
Yeah, not too bad.
On a small box. It's pretty quiet.
And that's probably pretty affordable, a little box like that.
Repurposing an older PC is probably more affordable, but for size and kind of sexiness, I mean, this is a pretty cool way to build a home server.
And that's a home server you were just showing us here?
This is actually running off an HP MediaSmart. So it's an old HP MediaSmart box that I have that I test things on and make sure that the release candidate works on that as well as third-party hardware.
Cool. Well, thanks for talking to us about Power Pack, and we'll see you at CES.
Sounds great.